Along the northeastern shore of San Francisco Bay lies the city of Richmond with its inner harbor and Santa Fe Channel. This calm and protected waterway is home to various thriving maritime operations and provides deep-water access to key industries. The channel is also rich in nautical history. It once was a marsh with a creek running through it, a creek that old-time sailors like Jack London followed all the way up to San Pablo Bay. In 1899, the Santa Fe Railroad established its western terminus in Point Richmond and started a ferry service to San Francisco. In 1901, John D. Rockefeller built Standard Oil's refinery. Henry Ford would follow later to build the largest assembly plant on the West Coast and become Richmond's third biggest employer behind Standard Oil and the Santa Fe Railroad. In the 1930s, the marsh was filled and the creek dredged to create the Santa Fe Channel. With the onset of World War II, this deep water channel became the site of a marvel of engineering and construction, the Kaiser shipyards. The Kaiser Richmond shipyard was the biggest wartime shipbuilding operation on the West Coast. It covered 880 acres and employed over 90,000 workers, with shifts working around the clock.
At any time the tide dictated, day or night, rain or shine, ships quietly slipped into San Francisco Bay faster and faster. By the fall of 1943, more than one ship a day left Richmond, the most colossal shipbuilding spectacle the world had ever witnessed.
With wartime activities over, the Richmond Yacht Club moved to the Santa Fe Channel, where it designed and built yet another seagoing wonder, the El Toro sailboat. This 8-foot-long, blunt-nosed plywood dinghy became all the rage in fleets throughout the world. Over 11,000 of these little boats were built. As well, the Santa Fe became a valuable site for commercial operations. Along the north side, where KKMI is presently located, the property became home in 1941 to the builder of many of the bay's concrete bridges, Duncan Harrelson Company. As the bridge building business wound down, Duncan Harrelson began the process of transforming their property from a construction yard to a boat yard. In 1978, they constructed the bay's first pre-stressed concrete travel lift pier, which would be capable of providing the highest lifting capacity in all of Northern California. Upon completion of the travel lift pier, Duncan Harrelson leased the property to several boatyard operators. In 1996, KKMI acquired the site and commenced operations. KKMI proceeded to update the facility with a goal to develop the property as the most green and efficient maritime service and repair facility in the Bay Area. Over the past 20 years, KKMI has been recognized for its leadership in the maritime industry, becoming the first boatyard ever to be awarded Small Industry of the Year by the California Water Environment Association. KKMI is also the first and only service and repair company in the Bay Area to be named Boatyard of the Year by the American Boat Builders and Repairers Association. Today, the Santa Fe Channel is unique in all its aspects. It is a federal navigation channel that is maintained to a dredge depth of 30 feet. The channel is protected by the surrounding hills and offers exceptionally calm water. Having no tributaries that feed into the channel, this nautical cul-de-sac sees little vessel traffic. It is an ideal and a one-of-a-kind harbor for docking, servicing vessels in the water, or providing deep water access for hauling vessels of significant length and draft, regardless of tide. While the economy has improved, the ability to identify suitable sites for maritime service facilities has become far more difficult. Whether it be the costs and permitting process for construction and dredging, or urbanization placing a higher value on waterfront properties than maritime use, there are few, if any, sites on San Francisco Bay that offer the extraordinary opportunities the subject site provides. Over the years, many improvements have been made to the property, but as the regulatory climate evolves and market conditions change, so too must the facility. We have a vision that will not only provide for one of the most environmentally friendly maritime facilities in California, but allow the property to be put to its highest and best use by expanding its capacity and serving the maritime community. KKMI has met with the Director of Planning for the City of Richmond and the Chief of Permits for the Bay's regulatory agency, BCDC. Plans have been provided to these agencies and they received a positive response. We invite you to join us in a conversation about these opportunities.